what's up, guys? I got a crack demolition match for you. Not talking about the gameplay, though, this time. I know you guys were like, oh, no, I'm kidding. No, I wanted to talk a little life story stuff here. Something maybe this will affect you somewhere down the road. I don't know. But right now it's 2:10 in the morning. I'm freaking jacked up on a rock star, and here's the reason why. So I've been seeing this girl for on and off for probably the past 2.5 months or so. I'm just gonna name her Girl, and like it started off really good, as most relationship sort of things do, and it's just I don't know, like stuff went down, and it's quickly turned into something that I really wish didn't get to the point where it's at right now, and it's kind of frustrating in that sense, you know? So here, I'll give you guys the background on it. Basically, sorry, I had to swallow. I had a really sore throat. Basically, the whole dealio was that how we met was that I jacked my friend's BlackBerry, and started texting up the girl, and we seemed to get along pretty well. We were talking. It was just like, okay, yeah, cool. So I hit her up with my phone number and like my cell phone or whatever, and so we chatted up, and then we decided, hey, let's hang out, and one thing led to another, and we really kind of hit it off, and it went over well, and I think it was probably maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks into seeing each other, we ended up starting to date, and we did that for a little while. Our first mistake in our relationship, as we jumped into the sex thing way too quickly, is that after about I think it was a week or so, is that my birthday was coming up, and look at me as I shit on kids. About a week in or so, it was my birthday. I was going away for a little while. We were going to Quebec for a family trip, and she decided, hey, your parents are away for the whole week. I'm gonna come over, and well, one thing led to another, and we ended up bound chicka wowing. A few things though with that is we ended up getting some sort of miscommunication thing going, and we ended up having essentially unprotected sex, which I have no clue how the hell that went down. It was just crazy. I still don't understand what the hell happened in the first place with that. But yeah, so that went down. She got pretty mad about that because she apparently told me to pull out, and I didn't hear her. But of course, that honestly doesn't really matter. Once you send in the troops, it's too late anyway. Oh man, sexual reference for the win. But yeah, so that pretty much started it, I do believe. I still don't really understand what the heck's going on, and honestly, at this point, I don't really care. Is that a bad thing? No, probably not, because I don't want to be so emotionally invested in it anymore. So we went away on this family vacation, and we started kind of getting in arguments about stuff, and I don't even remember what some of them were about how she just kind of like changed her attitude towards me, about how she used to be like this really, really caring person, and say about like every day about like how much she really, really cared about me, how much she wanted to see me all the time, and that made me feel really good, let's be honest, especially since I really cared about her. She was a real good girl for me at the time anyway. Sorry, swallowing. Damn, bodily functions. And so yeah, that's kind of how that went. Then we started getting in arguments about that. Sorry, I just pulled my mic out of my ear. But yeah, so we started getting in arguments, and it wasn't that great. And what the hell happened? We ended up breaking up about a week later over the fact it's like, yeah, you decide to act like this now. I don't really respect that sort of idea, and one thing led to another, and I ended up breaking up with her because I was just like, okay, I cannot stand you acting like this anymore. You're not the person that I previously enjoyed spending time with, and it's kind of unfortunate, but what can you do, eh? Um, so then, I started regretting it, I think, because I thought I kind of acted a little bit hastily about it. Probably, excuse me, should have talked about it and whatnot. So I'm thinking it's like, yeah, maybe we should try this again. And we still didn't really get along that well, I guess you could say, but we were trying to make things work, as best we could. She actually, I forgot to mention this, lives about 45 minutes away from me, and I don't drive. And when we first started seeing each other, she has her own car that she shares with her brother, and over the past little while, she hasn't been able to use it. That or whatever, I don't know. She's making up excuses or something. I honestly don't know either way. But yeah, so that kind of affected us because she used to be able to drive everywhere and come and see me like anytime she wanted, really. But yeah, so we had that issue. And where was I? Yeah, we were trying to just make things work, and it wasn't really working. But I ended up convincing her to go to our semi-formal dance with me, and honestly, that worked out really, really well for us. Is that well, she ended up showing up late, and I didn't really care. I was like, okay, cool, you showed up. I knew you were gonna be late anyway, but so that doesn't really play into it at all. But we kind of we did I thought we really connected there, and we started to get things back on track, or so I thought. Like we kind of realized how much we honestly really clicked with each other, and I enjoy we had a great time together, and nothing really went down, nothing dramatic anyway, and we left each other at that night thinking maybe we'll get back together. And what kind of happened next was that she decided that, oh no, I don't want to be your boyfriend. Be my boyfriend. Fuck, take it like a man, bro. I don't want to be your girlfriend. I just want to, but I still care about you. And I was like, okay, we can kind of, we can just kind of see each other and whatnot. And she said how happy she was around me and everything else. And it's kind of misleading in that sense. Is that, yeah, sure, she says all this stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I don't want anything romantic with you, relationship wise, and it kind of messed with my mind, But I was like, all right, so we're gonna still see each other, or at least try to. At this point, I only seen her once still since the semi-formal. No, semi-formal was the last time I saw her. But so we were trying to it's like, oh, try to hook up and try to get in to see each other or whatnot. And honestly, we still haven't, and I don't think we will at this point because where we stand right now. But so we end up getting to March break here, and I end up getting sick with mono. I guess that's why I'm kind of coughing and stuff. And I was like, okay, I may be sick with mono, but I still want to see you. And she's like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll try to get the car. And she simply ditched out on me for the past pretty much the whole week here, and I've been sitting at home. And I was supposed to go to Quebec again, and but I ended up not going because I had mono, and partially because I wanted to stay back and see if we could work things out. But honestly, it never really worked. And now we're this morning I was calling her out saying it's like, you don't want to, I spent so much time trying to be emotionally invested in our relationship and whatnot, and it's essentially got to the point with us where I really honestly didn't think she wanted to do that anymore. And I just called her out on it. I'm like, you don't care anymore. And honestly, I haven't heard back from her in probably about 16 hours now. So that's kind of where that's at. But if you guys like this sort of commentary, could you give it a thumbs up? That'd be great. And wish me luck with this situation, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you're having a great day, because I sure am not. See you later.